Today I would like to talk about physical products versus digital. Digital has been something that has been creeping up slowly but surely over the past 5 or 6 years, I would say, starting with iPods and the iTunes store letting you download music, and then Amazon started doing it, and then games like Steam have started sort of changing the way we consume media. Instead of having to go to the shops and buying it, instead you go to Amazon, you go to Steam, like I've already mentioned, and you download this product, so you don't get a physical thing to hold in store. It's all on your computer or your iPod or your iPhone or whatever. Now, I wanted to talk about this because I have a bit of a dilemma that I'm trying to decide whether to go completely digital with my 3DS library, or buy physical, or buy digital and physical. So here is my 3DS. I've done a review on this particular model if you want to check that out. Now, I don't have any physical games for this. All my games are stored on the SD card. That's Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart, Ocarina of Time, and Luigi's Mansion 2, and Pool Blocks and stuff like I've downloaded on the eShop, downloaded even. And I was wondering, is this a good idea? Because the thing about this is that the games are tied to the system ID, so if your 3DS breaks and you have to get it replaced for a Nintendo, do they give you digital copies of the games again? Or do they just say, tough luck, you're just going to have to buy them again? Because if they do that, then I don't really know if I want to keep buying digital products. Obviously the solution to this is that you go and buy another 3DS and you system transfer to that and then transfer it back. Excuse me, I keep burping in my videos. I don't burp for most of the day, and then as soon as I record videos. Anyway, so that's one way to go about it, but of course the advantage of physical games, an example is my copy of Wind Waker, is that you have it all the time. No matter if your GameCube breaks, you can buy a new GameCube because this game is going to work on any GameCube or older Wii system, no questions asked. You're not going to lose your digital copy because you replaced the console, or because the hard drive blew up or whatever, things like that. So there are pluses and negatives. Like, the negative to having physical copies is that it consumes actual space in your house on a shelf, and if you're a collector, then you're going to spend a lot of time buying shelves and storing these games, which is great if that's what you're into. But for me, I don't really want to waste a lot of space because I like keeping things quite simple, so having the cases is a bit annoying to me. Again, another Nintendo example is that on my Wii, I got all my games stored on a hard drive. That's not particularly legal, and the advantage of that is that I never have to pop a disc in, but the disadvantage is that if the hard drive fails, then I've lost everything. But I do have my games backed up on my computer, so it's not tied to any system ID or anything, so that's good. Again, on the slightly not so legal side, I do have a flash card which I use to play DS games, because my reasoning is that the games I want to get that are on the DS, no shop sells them anymore. The only way to get them is secondhand, and by doing that, Nintendo doesn't see a penny of the profit of that. So, those games like Radiant Historia I wanted to get, and that's expensive as fuck for some reason, and I'm not going to pay a ridiculous amount of money just to get a used game that Nintendo doesn't see any profit of. So I thought, I'm just going to download them, because I know that's morally wrong, but I don't object to it in that sort of situation. Bit different with the Wii games, because I don't own all of those. I own the majority, like Skyward Sword and The Last Story, which are fantastic RPGs. So, again, and my Steam library is every single PC game I own is on Steam. If Steam goes down one day, and they don't do anything to make those games available to me when they go under, then I'm fucked, because all those games will disappear, because I need Steam to use them. You need to be online, because to use offline mode, you need to connect to Steam to use it. It's really backwards. I don't know if they ever fixed that. So back to my original question, do I buy the physical copies of these 3DS games, or do I just risk it, buy a bigger SD card and download them all through the eShop? Obviously the eShop prices are more expensive, but an example of something where I had to buy a digital copy was when I searched 5 different shops in my town that stored games, and not a single one of them had Luigi's Mansion 2 in stock. Not a single shop. So eventually I just gave up, and I went to the eShop and downloaded it, because I didn't want to wait for Amazon, because it's like £32 on Amazon, £3 shipping to get it first class. That's only like £4 cheaper than just buying the digital copy, and I get the digital copy right there and then. So when Animal Crossing comes out, when Pokemon comes out, when Fire Emblem comes out, I have to decide whether I want to continue going the digital route, or if I want to buy some physical games, or if I just combine the two. I don't know. It's what do you guys think? You know, do you have a Steam library? Do you download games for Xbox Live? Let me know and help me decide.